Danny, obviously early goal, clean sheet tonight, and a win that you all had to have to stay alive in this competition. What do you make of the result this evening?
Yeah, look, I think I've talked about it a lot, but the last 4 or 5 weeks have been really difficult from a schedule perspective. We play Wednesday night, put in a shift, fly back Thursday, quick turnaround. Not easy to do what the group did tonight. So with a lot of different variables, really, really happy with the performance tonight. Another clean sheet, which we talked about getting back to. Um, a lot of rotation, obviously from the Loudon game. Complete team performance. So really happy with it.
In a game that should have been played last night, can you take us through the adjustments that you guys had to make and kind of when you even heard that the game would not be happening?
Yeah, I think, look, I certainly think it needed to be handled a lot better than it was handled. I find out at 9 o'clock at night, the night before our game, which for me is nowhere near good enough. I think it needs to be more organized. There needs to be more communication. And I certainly don't think a game should be postponed to a Sunday when an opponent's flight was at 10 a.m. the night before the game. So, I think this is an issue, but the boys dealt with it. We sent out a message at 11:30 at night. We knew we had to train a little bit later because some guys were going to have to sleep in and weren't going to know that we were going to train the next morning. So we pushed training to a little bit later where it's warmer. A lot of things went against us in the last few weeks, but really proud of how the group handled it. And we talk about no excuses. So I felt like the group certainly lived by that.
You mentioned the different rotations and the changes and adjustments you guys have had to make, especially dealing with some injuries. What's that to say about the chemistry of this group that they have this season?
Yeah, I think you look at the quality that we have, you look at the depth that we have, you look at the closeness of the group and wanting to push one another and also support one another. I think up until this point, we have had a lot of positive performances and some that haven't been good enough, but ultimately, this has been a very, very difficult stretch. I mean, it started on the east. We went west the following week, then back east the following week. Then 2 times we had midweek games. It's been a lot, and the guys have handled it really well. We've picked up injuries because of it. Again, I think something that people need to look at because that can be prevented by a little bit better of a balance of schedule. But at the end of the day, we've come out of it. Another good performance, and these guys will get a recovery tomorrow, really, because we're back on the road on Thursday to Colorado to play at altitude. So
Brandon Day's making his start. What have you seen in him over the years in order to give him that opportunity today?
yeah, look, he's a young boy that has a very, very high ceiling. We've been incredibly impressed by his work on the training ground, by his ability to adapt. Obviously, playing with grown men, he athletically provides something that's very different. But I think the thing that impressed me the most tonight was his composure. Really, really calm. You can tell by his body language, by his facial expressions. And he's got a lot to be proud of. I'm confident there's going to be many, many more of those. And at the same time, want to make sure that we're putting him in the best positions possible. He's still very young. We don't want to, for lack of a better word, throw him to the wolves. We want to make sure that we're balancing it out, putting him in the best position possible to continue to perform.
You haven't mentioned the clean sheet tonight, but it wasn't just lost in the goal, but it was kind of your whole defense.
Yeah.
What did you see tonight from your defense?
Yeah, I thought we were compact. We had some moments there where we got a bit stretched, but I thought all four center backs. So, Brandon, Josh, Kyle, and then Tosh when he came on, did an excellent job at defending their deep. I thought Josh was a monster again tonight. That's 2 games in a row. That I want to say, I think he stood out to me at a really, really high level. And so my hope is that, again, no complacency sets in. Arturo, gets injured. Josh comes in and we didn't miss a beat. So I think that's a testament to Josh's training regimen. It's a testament to the work that he does every single day. But it was certainly, to your point, it was a collective performance.